Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're just going to do a quick video just going over some of the mistakes people make when roasting on their Weber-Q. If you've picked up the Weber-Q roasting pack, you'll know it can be a really good addition to this barbecue, especially if you want to do roast chickens or pizzas or smoked meats on it. But there's some basic things you guys should know before using it. And today I'm going to show you some basic tips so you don't make the same mistakes I've made and I'm sure a lot of other people have made. Okay, tip number one, and a mistake a lot of people make, is not making sure they have enough gas in the bottle before doing a long cook. When these Weber-Qs start to run low on gas, they don't actually completely cut out. The burners do keep running, but you'll notice you'll get a lot less heat out of them. It actually happened to me a couple of weeks ago when I was cooking some steaks. I just noticed they were taking a lot longer to cook and I couldn't get a good sear on it. And I picked up the gas bottle and it was really light. I then saw that the bottle was empty. Once I replaced the bottle, the heat was back and everything was working as normal. So if you're going to do a long cook with the roasting tray, something that's going to be on there for 1 or 2 hours, definitely check that your gas bottle's still full before cooking. To do this, you can just pick the bottle up. A light bottle means it's empty, a heavy bottle means it's full. Or you can tip some hot water just on the side of the bottle and you'll see like a condensation mark on it. Where that line stops, that's how much liquid gas is left in the bottle. So that's a good little tip to use when checking how much gas is left in it. Okay, tip number 2 today is setting up your burners correctly. It's important to get these burners set up correctly or you're going to be cooking at the wrong temperature. So to set up this barbecue for low and slow, you want to make sure you're only running your plus burner. That'll give you those really low smoking temperatures. I've seen a lot of people have tried to just turn the Q burner down to the minimum setting. Now unfortunately when that's on its minimum setting, it's still a big burner, so it's producing too much heat. So the trick when doing a low and slow is to make sure you only run the plus burner. If you're cooking something else where you need high heat, for example, you're cooking pizzas in your Weber-Q, then you want to be looking at running both burners on max. But for low and slow, just the plus burner. It helps you control the temperature a lot easier. Okay, so the next tip we're going to go over is when you put your roasting tray on, make sure you have it with these little pieces here on the bottom. Just keeps the roasting tray raised, as you can see there. Now the idea behind this is you've got a heat deflector in there which is stopping the direct heat from hitting the meat that's on top here. If you have this roasting tray flipped over by accident, you're now resting flat on that. So that's going to change the way the heat actually hits the meat and it could burn it. So just remember, always keep it the correct way up and you'll get a much more even cook on the meat. Okay, the next thing I want to go over is cooking on a windy day. If possible, try keep your barbecue out of the wind, even if you can just push it into a corner somewhere, just so it's not getting direct wind hitting it. This barbecue has exhaust vents on either side of it and also one on the back. So if you've got a really windy day, it does actually push a lot of the heat out of the barbecue and it's going to extend your cook times. So if you can try and push the barbecue somewhere where it's not going to be directly in the wind, it will help with the cook, especially if you're doing a long roast. Now this brings me to my final point I want to go over. Don't cook just based on time. If you're going to do a long cook, get yourselves a meat thermometer. A meat thermometer makes a world of difference when doing an important cook. You know, you spend a lot of money on this meat and you don't want to just rely on a time frame for your cook. Best thing you can do is get yourself a meat thermometer. There's quick read thermometers and there's also thermometers that can go into your meat and stay in there for the whole cook. This way you'll know exactly when your meat's cooked just by looking at a temperature gauge. You don't need to cut into it or keep opening the lid to look at it and letting that heat out. So make sure you use that meat thermometer and you'll get it perfect every single time. So today was a really quick video. I just wanted to go over these basic tips with you guys to try and assist you if you are having issues using your roasting tray. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And for any more tips and tricks or barbecue content, click up here. I'm going to have some more videos for you all. Happy grilling.